Elizabeth says Michael's mother, Sue, is, and I'm quoting now, the poster child for a meddling mother-in-law. Elizabeth says Sue sticks her nose into every detail of their lives, including cooking, cleaning, and how to raise the child. Sounds, like a lot of people have this problem. Elizabeth, when did it begin? Before you got married?
Before we got married.
How?
She flew down from New Jersey. We live in Georgia. 2 weeks before the wedding, she offered to come down and help, which that was a big thing. We were both working full time. It's hard to plan a wedding. She gets down there. Within 2 hours, she's changed my seating arrangements. She's changed my menu. She's decided where to put the bows in the pews, where to put the candles in the church, which candles to light first, to change the order of the ceremony. No, we don't need to light this first. She's changed it all.
Okay. Right at the beginning.
Enough to worry about to begin with the wedding, and we had to plan everything ourselves. Nobody helped us plan anything.
Who paid for the deal?
We did.
Paid for our entire wedding.
We paid for the wedding, the reception, everything.
Everything. We almost called the wedding off 6 days before the wedding.
All right.
Actually, we did. I mean, we worked it out, but it got so bad that it just, how it just kind of all collides at once, and it did. And she was complaining to Michael because I wasn't making her feel welcome.
All right. Let me go down what I would call a hit list. You ready?
Okay.
Did she say that Michael should not marry you because you're a white trash redneck?
She told him to make sure that I wasn't a white trash redneck before he married me. It was before she met me, and she said, she better not be one of those white trash rednecks from Georgia.
Sue has moved to be with you.
Yes, ma'am, she has.
Not in with us.
She lives about 3 miles from us.
3 miles from you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
When she came down there, what she said, she was moving down there to be near her son, and I understand that. I have a 6-year-old son, and I never want to be separated from him. But she moves in. She stayed with us the first 2 months. Within the first week, she's rearranged my kitchen cabinets. I go to work, come home, my kitchen cabinets are completely rearranged. I can't find anything in my house. She totally took over. She became the matriarch of my home. In a week's time, I felt like a prisoner, like a little child asking permission from my mommy to go outside, to do anything.
Does she drive?
No, ma'am.
Does not
She's
drive. You got to
disabled.
drive her everywhere.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and she opens the mail.
When
She has opened our mail before. We're never there.
When she was staying with us, she, on occasion, opened our mail and would call me at work, and such came in the mail today. This bill is such and such amount, and that bill is such.
And I'm never home, so I got to hear it from her when I get home. Then I got to hear my mother complaining about it. I'm stuck in the middle.
All right, Michael, this is your mom.
I know it.
Listen to me. What's going on here?
I have no idea. My mother's always been a very babying child of me. I'm the youngest, and she's always been very controlling of making sure that I'm taken care of, making sure that everything's done for me, and it's put me in a position where I have to argue with my wife, I have to argue with my mother. I got to work a million hours a week, and
you're stuck you feel stuck in the middle, right?
I am stuck in the middle.
All right. Who's right, your wife or your mom?
Sally, I got to tell you this. He's from up north, so there's a lot of foods he ate as a child that us Southerners don't eat. So I ask her for the recipes for him. She sabotages them. She'll leave out ingredients in the recipes so it doesn't come out right. So that she can hear, well, my mom cooks it better. She's got to be the queen bee. She controls all of his time. He works
I don't know that because until later on,
Well, what? You know what I would do with something like that? You're the mother-in-law, and you are how old?
36.
36 years old. You are miserable about the man that your daughter Heather married.
Yes.
How old is Heather?
16.
And how old is her husband?
38.
All right. You heard what I said about typical. It is not typical that your son-in-law is older than you are. Is that correct? He is older than you. You say that besides the huge age difference, you're very upset with the way he treats your daughter. Just tell us what's wrong.
Well, Sally, for one thing, because of the age difference, I'm scared for her safety.
Why?
Well, twice I've seen bruises on her, and
She
said it
can't
was.
have friends. She can't go to the doctor. She won't let you see her alone. You've seen.
No,
bruises.
he will. He will not.
He will not.
He will not allow her to have friends.
Seen bruises on her. What do you think is going to happen?
Well, she says they were wrestling around, the bruises on her arms. And she told me that she was very upset.
Why would you allow a 16-year-old to marry a 38-year-old?
I was at the end of my ropes. I figured Heather, I was going to find, her dead somewhere because she was in the gangs. I didn't know where she was for weeks at a time. And then when she got with him, she started working. She started, she was home every night. I mean, it was like complete turnaround.
I'm not sure that the way you solve problems with a teenager is to marry him.
I tried everything else. I tried calling the judge. I tried everything else.
Let's bring him out and let's talk.
First of all, you don't know what the hell you're talking about, okay?
I'm just going by what you told me. I'm going by what you told me.
She did not raise me. She did not raise me. She didn't raise me. She did not raise me. So what? She didn't raise me. As far as me being on my own in the gangs, because she wasn't there for me. She left me by myself, okay?
No,
she
you
left
were
me
left
by
when I was in the
myself.
hospital for 3 months
She left
with a
me.
bad car wreck.
Don't even know. That was when I
You
was
were
9 years old. Don't
were just
act
a
like
child.
that's why.
You were just a child.
No, no.
never been there
I
for
was
me.
not never been there for me.
I'm not gonna argue with you.
I'm the
As
only
far as
stability she's never
bruises,
had in her whole
thank
life.
you.
Oh, and
I take care of myself. I have a job. I'm
I'm
fixing to get my GED and go to college to be a nurse. He takes care of me, supports me. You are never there except for when you want money, when you want to ride.
you around.
When you want free food from my job.
Yeah, exactly.
Or
Why
anything
should
like
I
that.
have friends or
I
followers?
have friends
Just because
that
you can't
suit
use us for
myself.
your own personal gain, that's the problem you have with us. You can't use us anymore. So that's your problem.
Hosea, have you ever hit her, touched her,
No.
laid a hand
She can
on her?
tell you that.
Has he?
No, I
just told me
swear.
he shoves you.
No, I told you when we get in arguments, stuff like that, I push him. Because I have a bad temper.
She told Heather all kinds of stuff. She told Heather that I was a child molester.
Exactly.
She told Heather that I used to beat my ex-girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? And I've never, ever done that.
Heather, you say your mother has really tried to sabotage the relationship.
Definitely.
Exactly.
In what way?
She called my house threatening to kill my husband.
What?
You called.
He's the one that threatened me.
No, you
I
came. She
didn't.
came to my house. Okay, a
Never.
long
All I
time
did is
ago.
say if he ever laid a hand on me,
That
he
is
would
not.
pay the consequences.
No, you said you had people. You had people lined up to kill him.
No, I did not.
Oh, I can name a few of them right now.
That is when
You
me
called
and
my
you were
house
on the
at 2
phone.
o'clock
You
in the
did not
morning.
know I was there. Me and her were sitting there talking, and you told Heather, quote, if she ever gets in my face and says anything to me, I will whip her ass.
That is not
Who
what
said
I
that?
told you that. I didn't even tell you
Heather,
that.
I heard you say, no, you're
she
not
came to
laying a
my
hand
house.
on my mother.
No, no.
If I was your age,
16. Once. How much they're not living together, they didn't move to Georgia. How much trouble can be done in one meeting for 20 minutes? Tina said Kathy has done her best to try and break the two of them up. How if you've only met her once?
Well, the first time I met her, Sally, we went to her house.
What do you mean
and
first time? Was it the only
well,
time?
the first and only time that I ever met
Okay.
her. Okay, we went over to her house, and the whole topic was on the ex-wife. Okay.
Aha.
That didn't give me a start from the get-go, at all.
Okay.
She's saying false accusations about me. She's called me everything but a human being.
But she's only met you once
Yes.
for 20 minutes.
Yes, if I was to sit out in the audience today, she could not pick me out.
Well, I'd do it, except you've been on screen and she's been seeing the screen. She calls you names
Yes,
and she gossips about you.
very much so, very
Keith,
much
what's
so.
going on?
I think my mother's trying to compare her to my ex-wife. She thinks the best thing that ever happened to me was my ex-wife, but this is not my ex-wife. This is my wife, and this is who I want to be with.
Is your wife correct that your mother, who doesn't know her, is giving her a hard time?
Excuse me?
Is your wife correct?
Yes.
Is your mother giving your wife a hard time?
Yes, she does.
She is correct. Why is your mother doing this?
I don't know. I think she likes to just
Let's
If
bring
she
her
ain't-
out and
if she
find
ain't
out.
happy-
Come on. Kathy, is it true you've only seen her once?
Yes.
Tell me what's going on.
Well, when Keith knew Tina, from my understanding, everything I get from Keith.
It's all
He
hearsay.
knew Tina
It's all hearsay.
2 weeks, and he married her.
Okay.
I get a phone call from my granddaughter, his daughter, crying her eyes out. Her dad got married. She was not aware of it. Oh, she's not going to have anything to do with it. She's terribly upset. Her mother and I talked my granddaughter into going and spending the weekend with Tina and Keith. From day one, they have fought. They have argued. Keith's had to leave home and go live with his sister.
But I
I'm
have
speaking
I
now,
have
if
two
you don't
children.
mind.
I have 2
Can
children
I
here that are
finish talk?
involved in
She
this
asked-
family also.
Sally
It's not
asked
only
me what was going on, not you. And
You
my
cannot-
granddaughter's brought into a situation that she's never lived in. Yes, I am still friends with my former daughter-in-law. She's done an excellent job of raising my granddaughter. Keith has had to borrow money on top of money on top of money. Obviously, they don't communicate because when I talk to Tina, she doesn't know anything about him borrowing money.
But the ex-wife does.
What I discuss with his ex-wife is my business.
Well, it's none of hers, though. It is none of her business.
It's my son's job
none of
to
her
pay
business.
his bills.
And
he doesn't pay his bills.
Tina says she feels that you're spreading rumors about her. Have you spread rumors?
Anything I know about Tina, I know from Keith.
That's not true.
When he's having a problem, he calls me crying. When he had to sell his race car, his trailer, his pickup truck, he cried and cried and cried. I'm losing everything that's important to me.
No,
And Mom, I need.
What about the Christmas card you sent us this year addressed to Mr. Keith
Up until
Orban?
the week
And then-
before
and
Christmas,
then
my
when we
son
opened it
told me
up-
he was getting a divorce, and I can prove it with witnesses.
No.
I told you I was
Then you
getting a
need to start
divorce,
proving
but-
it, Kathy.
Keith, what did I say to you on the phone the last?
Husband Anthony is a cheating, irresponsible, and selfish man. And she says she won't stop sticking her 2 cents in until her daughter leaves him once and for all. Now, your daughter's name is Donna?
Tamika.
Tamika was supposed to be here, but she got so upset about the situation, she could not even be here today. Alice, tell me what's going on. When you say he's cheating, do you mean that he's cheating?
He's
Is
cheating.
he cheating on Tamika?
Yes, he is. I saw him, so I know he's cheating.
You saw him cheat?
Yeah. I saw him in the tavern with the woman.
Did you tell?
I told her. At first she believed it, but then he's conniving. And he just twisted her around his little finger. And she just let him go on.
How long have they been married?
They've been married 2 years. They've been together 6 years.
Okay. What else? He's a cheater. What else is wrong?
He won't work. The main reason my daughter isn't here today is because she couldn't get off from work. But he don't work, so he's here.
He swears?
Yes, he talks provocative around the children.
He was not there for your daughter when she had an operation?
That's right.
And you say he's a liar?
That's right.
Is he a good father?
Not in my book, he's not, for the simple reason that if you are doing the things he's doing, he's teaching the boys not to work, to talk any kind of way they want, and to drink. If that's the example you put before a child, that's what a child is going to learn.
What do you want to happen in your daughter's life?
I feel like if he can't shape up, then ship out.
Okay. Come on out, Anthony.
I got one thing to say. You need to crawl back from under that rock you came from.
And you need to be up under it with me. That's where you belong, is up under a rock. You don't belong here.
Look. Check this out, look. I came here, I brought you here for one reason, to simply tell you, mind your own business. You need a man.
My daughter is my business.
No,
that's my business.
your daughter is my business
no,
now.
Wait a minute.
No, you wait a minute.
That's my child. That ain't your business. I birthed her.
You know what?
I birthed her, I raised her, she's mine. Now, you might have married her, okay? I'm not saying that you didn't marry her. You might have married her. But as long as and got blood running through my body. And as long as she's on earth and got blood running through her body, she's gonna beat my business.
Another thing, as far as this cheating thing, how you know I'm cheating? What you in about too?
What I did when I was coming home from church at 10 o'clock at night, we just got out of revival. I ride past this tavern, right? He ain't got his car up there. My daughter's car sitting out in front of the tavern. And I know her car when I see it. Due to the fact that I know that my daughter does not drink, do not go to lounges, I stopped the car because I'm wondering, like, what is she doing up in here? And where is she here in Milwaukee this time of night? I walks up in the door of the bar. He's sitting up there, closed all up with this.
Don't you know that there's a law against stalking?
Stop, that's not stalking. I was on my way home.
Just tell her what's wrong. Tell her what's wrong. Go ahead, Isabel, sit down.
I'm sort of appalled at what I've been watching happening on this stage today. I would like to say something to two of the men to begin with, and that's to Michael and Keith. Where are you? There you are. Act like men. Be men.
The way I was raised.
The mistake is, I've been watching your wives and your mothers fight with one another. It's not their battle, it's yours. One of the tasks we have as we grow up is to separate from our families and to create our own. It doesn't have to be that we slam the door on the past, which is our mother, and open the door to the future, which is our wives or our husbands, but there can be some sort of compromise. I can still love my parents and be close to them, but recognize that my primary relationship is my spouse.
We'll be right back.